Hey, yo. What is going on? It is September 17th, 2020, and we're about to get started with Open Mic Live. As always, a word from our sponsors and a big thank you to all the patrons and all of you who tune in every Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern, for Open Mic Live. Here we go. InDigital is on a mission to improve the 911 industry. Our goal is to create something better to go above and beyond the current standards. Our passion for creating the most advanced, well-designed solutions led to our position as an industry leader in next-gen core services. For the millions of calls processed over our emergency IP networks, to our Text for 911 solution, Texty, to our disaster recovery and backup solution, Mevo, it's easy to see we love what we do. For more information, check us out at www.indigital.net.
Rapid Deploy believes that every public safety agency, regardless of size, should have access to the data they need when it matters most. That's why, since 2016, our mission has been to reduce emergency response times and improve public safety. We are the industry's only integrated emergency response platform. Our web-based cloud platform includes analytics, mapping, dispatch, and mobile apps, purpose-built for 911 in the 21st century. Visit www.rapiddeploy.com to learn how we enable effective, efficient, data-driven emergency response.
If Within the Trenches has ever taught you something, open your eyes to what it is like to be a 911 dispatcher, or has inspired you to become one, then help support us and join our Patreon. Get exclusive bonus content, one-of-a-kind swag, discounts on merchandise, ad-free early access to new episodes, and much more. To join, please visit patreon.com/WTT podcast. And if you're an industry partner, we have something for you as well. And now, for the show.
This is Jordan, and you're listening to the Code 7 Podcast Network.
Warning. This episode contains the 3 A's of podcasting: adult content, adult language, and awesomeness. You've been warned.
Dispatch.
There is no one over here to cook our lunch. We are waiting for our lunch, and there's no one here to cook our lunch.
All right, calm down. Where are you at?
The group home. Now, what are you going to do?
We'll get some help over there for you, okay?
Welcome to Open Mic, where we visit the lighter side of dispatch, because laughing is good medicine. Yeah. Welcome to Open Mic Live. And we're about to get started here. Bam. Got the branding up in this piece. And this live broadcast is sponsored by InDigital as well as Rapid Deploy. And man, it is good to be here. It's good to be back. Welcome. And if this is your first time at Open Mic Live, please make sure to throw that into the comments. And as always, the way we start, because it's Thursday, we're getting towards the end of the week here. Let's hook it up with a number. On a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling? 1 being shitty, of course, and 10 being awesome. How are you doing? I would say I'm about 8 or 9. It's been a good day. Been a lot of stuff, very productive. I did a Tim says no bow tie. No, no bow tie right now. Earlier, I did an Imagine Listening session for Response 2020, the virtual event that Rapid Deploy put on, and it was an excellent session. I made sure to record the audio for because those are 2 episodes that are going to be going out to everyone to hear. I will, of course, take out names and such, but I've got 2 funny stories from that session that I want to share. So it's going to be good. And let's see, Dawn is at a 10. We've got 9.5, 7-ish, 9.2. Oh, my homegirl JNav is on here. What up, yo? A 5. Okay, I am hoping that we can get your number higher by the end of this broadcast. anyone who's, under a 6, I want to try to get your numbers up there. Um, it was it was excellent. And CJ, I see you on here. Yes, it was a blast. It was awesome. Thank you for jumping on there. That was excellent. So um again, I did that earlier today, and it was a very good session. So thank you all for joining in. Um, Big shout out to patrons as always for everything. I've been sharing a lot of stuff with patrons since this past weekend, and I'm going to share. I did share some of the pictures already over social media, but all of the new items that are coming in, um, I'm showing them to patrons first. They're getting a chance to check them out. So I'm just going to put these up really quick. So this right here is a new die cut sticker. So Sons of Dispatch, we've got Daughters of Dispatch. They came out very nice. Also got some Dispatch coffee, Kablamo. Now, again, these are die cut stickers. A couple people were asking if they were coasters. They're not coasters, but I might have some coming in soon. I'll leave it at that. And then the next one here is Dispatch Cola, established 1968. Yeah, yeah. And then the last one here is Emergency Whiskey. I dig it. So these are some new die cut stickers that are going to be coming to the store for Code 7 Dispatch apparel. There was a hat that I shared. It's not this hat, but it was a different one. And there's a lot of different things that are coming. So make sure to look out for those. They're not on the site yet, and they won't be for a little while because I'm waiting until all of the items that I've ordered end up coming in so I can put them all in at the same time. Because it's a pain in the ass to put them up there separate. So I'm going to put them all when it all comes in. Carla's at a 10. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Very nice. Very nice. Glenna is at an 8. Just tired. That's cool. That's cool. Good numbers. Again, if you have a lower number, we're going to try to get it up there. Episode 343 with Anne is out. Episode 344, I'm going to be putting up for patrons tomorrow. And then 344 will go up next week, Wednesday. We've got a couple dispatchers roundtables that are coming up as well. Again, if you haven't already, DTBG2 is coming pretty fast. And tomorrow, the 18th is actually the cutoff for any industry partners that want to be a sponsor of the conference. After tomorrow, dunzo, you're not getting in. That'll be it, because the last couple of weeks is going to be balls to the wall busy on everything that I'm going to be doing, and it's going to be good. So I'm going to put this on here really quick. Glenna says a boot. Yeah, that's what I said. You heard it. That's what I said. So I'm going to throw this up there. All right. It's now in the comments. That right there is the link to Dare to Be Great 2. Again, if you have not done so yet, make sure to register. And I've got a lot of amazing sessions coming up. The sessions that are going to be part of the vendor hall sessions are going to be going up. More information on that as well. Adam Timms is already there, and we've got more that'll be coming in. So that will be excellent. Ricardo, give a shout out to my hubby, Brian. What up, yo? He's at home and I am at work, and he literally called me to ask how to find you since he has been listening with me for the last few weeks. What up, bro? What is going on, Brian? That is awesome. There might be I'm not going to say, because then we're going to end up getting onto that that topic that you're always like, damn, is that all you guys talk about? Oh man. Carla, my kitten got lost in Hurricane Sally and he just came home. Hell yeah, I would be at a 10 too. That is awesome. Excellent, excellent. So as I was saying, I was doing an Imagine Listening session earlier, and some stories came out of there. I've got 2 stories, like I said, that that I'm going to share, and they're pretty good ones. But I do want to share this really quick. A good friend of mine that I know that works north of me had posted a little story and I wanted to read it, so I got permission to read it on here. I'm not going to say the person's name or anything. I'm just going to read what they had put on there. And so here it is. It says, having to tell a caller multiple times to stop yelling at the prostitute in front of their house is a perfect way to end a 16-hour shift. Hear, hear. Yes. I was scrolling through on social media and I saw it and I just started busting up laughing, and I thought, I need to get a hold of this person and ask if I can read this, because that's funny. That's right. You gotta love it, man. Like, this is shit that happens in 911. It happens. Let's see. Brent says, Tess just came to say goodnight and she said, hey, it's story time, Bob. I keep explaining to her, your name is Ricardo. And she says, yes, I know. I like story time, Bob. Hi. This is good. If you have any stories, as always, make sure to put them in the comments there, and I will read them. I try to watch them and get them as fast as I can. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play this first one. All right, here we go.
Hi, everyone. I'm a paramedic in both the US and South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And my funny story comes from way back in the early 90s in South Africa, which was also the time the country was finishing its transition to democracy. It was a very busy time for EMS. During that period, there were many political and communal conflicts. It was a dangerous place, especially late at night. It was also a time where digital communications weren't really a thing. There were no cell phones, no GPS tracking, and the only way to communicate while on shift was really through radios and radio pages, and those were the good old-fashioned analog radios. My story begins late one evening, right after my crew and myself had just finished a call inside the township of Alexandra. We had no radio reception from the clinic where we dropped off our patient, so we decided to drive to the top of the hill to get better communications. As we reached the top of the hill, we made a radio call. Mike 1, Alpha 10. To which we got the response from the station, Alpha 10, send for Mike 1. Suddenly, snap, crackle, pop, fizz, as the electrics in the vehicle literally exploded. Sparks flew, the engine died, the lights went out, and the radio stopped working. There we sat in the dark in a haze of smoke and the smell of burnt plastic in the dodgiest part of town, pondering our fate. Fortunately, we were quite mechanically inclined. We fiddled with some of the wires, disconnected a few things to push start the vehicle, and crawled back to the station with only one headlight on. It only took 10 minutes, but it felt like an hour. When we got back to the station, to our surprise, there were no other vehicles at the station. Everyone had gone out. All the ambulances, the response car, the fire engines, everyone. My crew and I were, oh man, we've missed the big one. But hey, what are you going to do? Parked our vehicle and made our way up to the control room, where we were greeted with big eyes and a booming voice. What the? Where were you? What happened? So quite shocked, we quickly explained ourselves and what happened. And the dispatchers frantically started to recall all the other vehicles. Our dispatcher rewound the tape that recorded our radio communications. And yes, you heard me correctly, tape was still being used to record things back then. What happened is that when the radio shorted out, the electrical surge sent a sound across the radio that sounded like we were screaming and being attacked. And then there was a deathly silence.
Oh,
With no other way to communicate with us a code 999 alert was initiated, which in this case was an all-hands request to come and search for us. And it wasn't just the fire department vehicles, the police and traffic department had also been notified. Anyhow, all's well that ends well, and everyone returned safely to the station. My crew and I had to buy a lot of beers at the station pub the following Friday. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my funny story. Thank you.
Thank you. So that was the story that came out. Can you imagine that shit? Being on the ambulance and the radio just completely explodes. You end up making your way back and you get to you get back and there's nobody there. And like he's saying, we figured we missed the big call. Little did they know they were the big call because when they played back the tape, it sounded like they were getting destroyed or something, and everyone hauled ass looking for them. That that right there was excellent, man. I couldn't help myself but laugh like crazy, like I usually do while I'm here, and yeah, that was good stuff. Again, to the gentleman who shared that story, thank you so much for that. Now, the next one here, oh, actually, really quick, let me put this up on here. This is my homeboy Ryan. Shout out to all the TERT teams on deployment tonight across the Southeast. Do the work of heroes. Excellent work. Yes, there's a bunch of them that are going out right now, and one of which is going out to Alabama, where a friend of mine is director over there. So shout out to them as well. So there's one that this next one. So I got to set this up a little bit because when I read it the first time, and some of you who are on here were probably in the Imagine Listening session that I did during Response 2020. I read the story and it was only a partial. It was only a little piece of it. And just a little piece of it, I thought it was funny. So I'm all, ha. Not so much like that. Like it was a genuine laugh. And later on, like I get a message from the moderator. and she says, just so you know, you can click on the question that was sent in and you can actually see the rest of the story because there's more to it. And I thought, oh shit. So I go ahead and we go through a couple stories and then I go back and I click on it and yeah, there's definitely more to the story. And it is pretty damn funny. So I'm going to go ahead and play that here right now. So hold on one moment. Let me cue it up here. It was it was pretty good. Kelsey has joined. What up? What up, Kelsey? All right. We're going to go ahead and play this. Here we go. More to it. So let's start this one again. So it says, back early in my career as an officer, we encountered a young man who was extremely high in PCP. He destroyed a Honda Accord and picked up a full garbage can and threw it at myself and another officer. This is where it continues. We managed to get him under arrest, but he had no ID on him. He screamed and shouted, claiming he was Jesus Christ. In addition, he swore he was bulletproof. All of this content went into the charging documents. We literally had to charge Jesus Christ with several felonies. Thank you so much for submitting that, and for the person who's moderating who told me that I could see the rest of that there was more to it. I think it worked out just fine. That's a good story right there as well. if you did not get a chance to check out Response 2020, imagine listening. An open mic is going to be part of, it's going to be 2 separate episodes that I put out there for Within the Trenches. So make sure to look out for that one. It probably won't come out for a few weeks because I've already recorded episodes 344, 345, and 346. And this is a weekly show. So like in October is when that is going to come out. But man, that right there was a funny story. I have it marked here in my notes just as PCP guy. Oh man. So how is everyone feeling? How are you doing? There's so much that's going on. And oh, hold on, let me see here. So Glenna says, yeah, somebody asked her if she was okay because Glenna put some information on here for Charlie 7, is it? And was asked if she's okay. And she goes, LOL, yes, I am at work and trying to change a status. Was hoping nobody saw that. Want. Dude, that is just like I know I've mentioned this many times, but that's just like when when I was on the phone with a caller once, and I went to type a message to go to their MCT to one of the officers, and I ended up reading the message to the caller, and the caller's like, "What?" And I said, "I'm sorry, I was sending a message to someone, and I read to you what I was saying. My apologies." So you type that in this. I was wondering if that's what it was. That is amazing. Well done. Kelsey says, can I be episode 420? We'll have to work this out. Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Why not? We'll work something out on that one. Let's see. Brent says, when I worked at my first dispatch center, we had a TC who had a family owned business with an internal loading dock, and a friend of hers. Oops. Let me scroll to this. And a friend of hers who was one of our midnight officers would park in the building overnight. One night, he slept through the end of his shift, and as you can imagine, the department was out searching for him. He pulled out of the garage and saw all the squads driving around in his beat and joined them, acting as if. And I'm sorry, I can't even read the end of it because I can picture this. I can picture him waking up and then seeing everybody going around, and it says he joined them acting as if he didn't know what was going on. Dude, I would have done the same thing, man. I would have done the same thing if I had been there just knocked out and then come out of it and realize, oh shit, they're looking for me. I'm just gonna act like nothing happened, like I was doing paperwork over on the other side, just oh, that sucks. But that's funny shit. I like it. I like it. Let's see. Glenna says, haha. Well, remember, Leslie is my boss, so she might be here. And I just read it. Oh, man. It would be fun to work with you. Just everyone who joins in, it would be fun to work with all of you, man, because I think with the humor that we all have, we would, yeah, it would be some funny shit. It would be good. Dawn says, we had Tina virtual conference all week. Tracy Eldridge was one of the speakers, and she was great. Shout out to Tracy. Well done. Well done. Does excellent work. Let's see. CJ says, when units, got to scroll back to that. When units give field initiated traffic, follow up, pedestrian stop, etc., I will repeat the nature of their traffic and the street. Copy traffic on Main Street. So we happen to have a little street named Uranus. Uranus in our jurisdiction. I had a unit tell me they are on follow-up at 1234 Uranus, to which I repeated, copy, follow-up Uranus. I couldn't breathe because I was laughing so hard. Okay, so as you bring that up, how many of you have watched the show? I believe it's on ABC. It's called Holy Moly. It's a putt-putt golf competition, and it is hilarious. And one of the holes that they have there is Uranus. And the announcers are always making, like, jokes about it. And I'm laughing hard. And my daughter says, "Why are you laughing? Like, I don't get it." And I'm like, "Nothing." So every time the show comes on, or even now reading that is some funny shit. That is some funny shit on Uranus. Anyway, let's continue. Don says, watching you is like watching a 5-year-old telling poop jokes. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I hope that you're at least laughing. If not laughing at that, laughing at me laughing, because this is fun. This is good stuff. Oh, man. Hank, what is going on? My homeboy Hank is on. Let's see. CJ says, that was the one I didn't want to share on Response 2020. Good call. Good call, bro. It was better for this. It was better for this one right here. Oh, man, that is excellent. Whew. Got my eyes watering and everything. Again, for those who are on, if you have any stories that you want to share, please throw them into the comments. I will read them, or at least try to get through them if I'm not laughing hard enough. Oh, man. See, Kelsey says, giving out an alarm call. Alarm company advised he came in the back door. That's what they advised. Did you give it out that way too? Oh, no. It takes one story for it to go whack downhill. Well, that's what makes it fun, right? That's what makes this shit funny. Let's see. I dispatched patrol to a fire call in one of our towns. The call was for a strange odor at a daycare place. What? Gave it out as respond to my... What? Respond to my special spot for a strange odor. I ended up having to give it out twice because no one could key up to answer without dying laughing. What do you do? I mean, you got right. Yeah. You got to give it out, and sounded like that for it to. Wow. I don't even know what else to say. If I was the one having to respond back saying that, 10-4, I'm en route, I wouldn't be able to answer back either. I would be dying. I would have to key up really fast and just say 10-4. Or, some of them are just might click just so that they can get through it and they don't have to say anything else, which of course, we all get annoyed with that as well, right? Oh. Brent, down the ellipsis. Yeah, that could go many different directions, right? Oh, shit. I don't even know where this is going to go now. Oh, man. There is, I don't know. There are a lot of different things that happen in 911 that, like I always say, you can't make it up. You can't make this shit up because it happens. And you just got to laugh sometimes. I know a lot of times when I was on the radio, I would give something out. I wouldn't read it first. I would just give it out, and it would always end up, not always, but a lot of times it would end up in a mess up, and I would just have to laugh. Of course, it was always something that, it was like a non-emergency thing. I was professional on the radio, but there were times where I would mess up and I would just stay keyed up. I would just stay keyed up and I would chuckle and I would say, let me try that again. And then I would go ahead and do it again. Especially because the reason I would call myself out as well is because it would take away the power from those who are out on the road listening to me, and it wouldn't screw me up, for the next couple traffics that I would give out or whichever. I would take away that power. So then they're laughing with me and not at me. So I don't know about you, and maybe you can throw it in the comments here, but whenever you've messed up on the radio, what do you do? Do you stay keyed up like myself and maybe chuckle a little bit and then start over? Or do you unkey and you just like, damn it, and then start getting a bunch of MCT messages, right? I would just keep it open and I would just let it flow, man. I would just let it go. I do the same thing with public speaking. If I'm giving a presentation and I mess up, because I know there have been a bunch of times where I'm talking and my voice will crack and I will start laughing immediately. And I'll say, man, I just turned 13 again. And then everyone in the room is laughing with me, not at me, because if I don't call myself out right away, it'll end up screwing me up for the presentation. So I learned that, excuse me, right away, to just call myself out, roll with the punches, man, and just continue going. I think it also, allows other people to realize that, we're all human. We all have fuck ups and shit happens and we can relate. Let's see. Lavelle says, we have a street named Percy. That's why I stopped myself. I said it right. Percy. And our older, wait, where'd it go? Older Asian dispatcher couldn't say Percy properly. Units made her say the street name 3 times. I don't want to say it. But Percy was the word. I was on the floor dying. Oh my God, my face is like beet red right now. Like I'm all hot. I'm sweating and stuff because I didn't want to say it. But you get it. You get it, right? You get it. You get the gist. Oh man. Dawn says that what she ends up doing on the radio is she unkeys and damn it. Kelsey says, I like to take a long breath on the air and start over. Let's see. Yeah, if I'm teaching, I just keep going with it. But on the radio, I unkey and cuss like mad. Now, there was a time that, and this happened to some of my coworkers as well, where we would unkey and just say, oh, damn it, I can't believe I did that shit. And then someone say, no, it's your mic is still hot. And then because what would happen is, we would key up and start talking, and then it would mess up, and I would unkey and then say that, but sometimes that button would stick. It would unkey, but it would stick, and it would show up in the corner that it was still hot. So then slamming on the button, and then One time that happened, and I am swearing up a storm. It's going over, and I'm hitting the button, and I'm like, this damn button. So it's still going over, and then finally unkeys, and then continue my traffic, and already blip 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 blip. All of these messages are coming in because my dumbass continued lighting up the airwaves with my colorful language. But it wasn't just me. It happened to a lot of people that I worked with. And it was amazing. It was amazing. It was almost like the radio was throwing us a big middle finger. Like, you're always hitting my button, man. I got you. I got you. Oh, it sucked. It would suck when it would happen. Because then one of the sergeants would call up and say, one, that was hilarious. Two, don't do it again. Try not to be swearing, man, when you're going over the radio. Let's see. Lori says, we would key back up and try again, then turn to our shift mates and say, that's one for the stroke reel. See, James says, I gave it a call to an area car, and the officer said, I didn't understand a word you just said. I responded with 10-4. That's just how I talk. Oh, excellent. Let's see. There's one here that says, I've said sorry back-to-back 14-hour shifts. Oopsie. Oh, man. Hold on a minute. I got to scroll back up. Okay, let's see. This one says, nothing like being a newbie in dispatch, and deputies ask you to run an OLN, and you give the feedback as returns to Harry Brown Beaver. Then you hear snickering and realize what you said. Assholes. But I'm still here. Thank you, Susan, for that one. Oh, that is good. That's a good one. Glenna here says, I will unkey and say, what the hell is happening here? Don's, hold on a minute. What? Oh, hold on. I gotta scroll back. Yes, everyone's slamming the button. Let's see. I once called an officer an a-hole on the air, and then continuing my open mic said, is that so hard, dumbass? Oh no. His parolee prisoner was laughing so hard. So I heard a story once from my dispatch days where there was some traffic that went out, and one of the officers told the person who was on radio to shut their pie hole. And then the deputy had no idea that they themselves had an open mic, and it went out to everyone. That was years and years ago, but oh man, that was pretty messed up. Oh, Don says the no was to your open mic. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, it sucked. But it's funny now, but but it was bad. I mean, it was funny then too. Who am I lying? Who am I kidding? It was funny then too. It was good. We got one here that says we had a collision and one of the vehicles was registered to. For real? Is that the real name? So I asked the officer to confirm the name of the RO for the Honda Pilot. Dang. I won't say the name out loud. You can go ahead and read in the comments. So we don't get in trouble. Oh my God. this has been good. For those of you who joined in and had a lower number, I hope that your number already has gone up because this has been fun. This has been good. We've been sharing these excellent stories. Let's see. Those names are no worse than the guy my troopers ran on me. Is for yeah, we got to knock the dust off of that one. Oh man, this is crazy. This is crazy. Glenna's husband Brian, I hope you're having a good time. Yeah, again, this is fun. I love doing this with all of you. Again, we get together every Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern, so that we can just take some time, take an hour out of out of our time to forget about the bullshit that's going on and just share some funny stories. If we've got those low numbers, we're able to bring them up. We're here together sharing funny stories and just kind of healing this way through laughter. Again, laughter is good medicine. It's been really good. Now, one thing, you continue to throw your stories in here while I'm talking here, because I do want to share something. We're, like I said, we oh, hold on. Let me read this first before. So we got one here that says, it says, I was working. I couldn't even start. What the hell? What the hell is going on here? Right, Glenna? It says, I was working a pursuit alone and needed to talk to another agency on a common channel. After waiting for the channel to be clear, it was finally open for me to call them. After trying 3 times and getting bonked. Oh, I used to hate that shit when it would get bonked. I screamed, "What the hell?" And then was finally successful and handled the rest of the call. It wasn't until my supervisor called me in for the call review that I knew I hadn't fully unkeyed before yelling. Good work. Dude, for real. Yes, I used to hate that shit when especially um especially when you've got emergency traffic going out and you're trying to key so that you can get the information for those who are headed that way, and it's just burn. It's just, it keeps going and going, and damn, like we keep trying and trying until you finally are able to cut in. I remember, I'm trying to remember now. And there was one time, like, getting through the bonks, but had been doing it enough where I let go and then I had to try again to get through. Bullshit. But yes, the bonks. Anybody else in here? It looks like Dawn is not digging it either. And she says, actually thought until now that I was the only person to call it a bonk. Nope. A lot. Yeah, bonk. See, James says ours makes a farting sound when we're blocked by traffic. That has to make for a funny moment then. If you're pissed and you're trying to get through and your bonk sounds like a burnt. And it sounds like someone crop dusting. Maybe it's more like a oh shit. This is horrible. It's horrible. Let's see. Kelsey says, here's a fun story. Clerk at gas station called his mom and said he needed the cops. Shut his phone off. No answer at the store. 2 counties send everyone. They get there and he said he saw a guy that might have a warrant. That was it? He called and the cavalry went out and it was for that. I mean, I guess it could have been anything, right? Of course, you have to do it as priority one, but then to get there, I mean, I guess it's more of a relief, but the if the guy was there still, can you imagine his reaction seeing all these cars pull up, hearing the sirens from far away, and then seeing all these cars pull up, and he's like, what the hell is going on? Don't call mama with that shit, man, and then not answer your phone because shit goes down. Obviously. Oh man. Let's see. When officers start running back to back tags, instead of saying go ahead, I like to throw in an occasional gourd head to keep them on their toes. Gourd, that's a new one. Because usually people say goat. I used to say goat, like yes, goat. Like greatest of all time. Let's see. Normally I would have said WTF. So someone was looking out for me. Good call, dude. Yeah, good call. That's all you said when you finally got through and you were able to keep up. Let's see. I'm pretty sure we've all called it the bonk. Glenna says, no, a bonk is a bonk. It says bonk. What? Is that some Dr. Seuss shit? Brent says, speaking of farts, and there it is, Brian, says Glenna. Oh, yep. This is excellent. This is good stuff here. Let me roll back up through the comments to make sure I didn't miss anyone's story. Okay, no, looks like I got them all here. All right. This says, we were talking one day about the new style of fake nails that come to a point at the tip. Oh no, this already sounds bad. I will start again. We were talking one day about the new style of fake nails that come to a point at the tip. I told my coworker that I could never have those nails. I told my coworker that I could never have those nails. I would cut my butt. At the same time, I said, cut my butt. She keyed up the mic to answer one of our guys. The instant messages were flying after that. Oh man. Good stuff. Oh man. Let's see. So we have a Jen who joined in here. Okay, disclaimer. Jen is also my boss, so and CJ says Glenna's having some issues tonight. Yeah, a little bit. Oh, this is good. Well, it's okay though because she joined in here at like the last 10 minutes, so that's fine. That's fine. We were like 48 minutes in. Oh man, my eyes are watering from laughing so much. Let's see. We got one here that says, I know someone with those long fancy nails. She doesn't wash her hands because she doesn't want them to lift. I want to ask her how she tidies up. I don't know. Right? I mean, yeah. Right. Yeah. How would someone do that? It's like, and I don't know this for sure, so don't take my word for it, but I've only read about it and have been told by others that like those who are into like lifting that have like real huge like muscles and stuff, they're so huge they're unable to put their arm behind them to wipe their own ass. So again, I don't know if that's true. But I remember someone telling me that. So reading your message right there in the comments, that it just made me think of that. I don't know, man. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Jen, you came in at the right time. Yeah. So there's about 10 minutes left here. as everyone is posting in here, gross. James throws an emoji that's vomiting goop. And Kelsey says hashtag potty talk. Yes. Yes. We have to be up to what, like 150 words on that word cloud. For those who are joining for the first time, Kelsey has a word cloud of a bunch of different words that have been used during Open Mic Live since the beginning of Open Mic Live on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. And it's a pretty, the list is growing. Let's see another one right here. Hashtag what's under those nails. Oh. Thank you for that one. Yeah, Jen says totally got on at the perfect time. Sure did, because now they're talking about nails and what's underneath and all that other stuff. And if you have not been on here before, I've had my good friend Tanya come on and talk about some of the shit that they find when they're cleaning dispatch centers. And she's talked about how they have found toenails in keyboards. That is so horrible, man. Like, why? What are you doing? What? Don says, "Oh my god, I made Ricardo gag." Yeah, dude, you did. That I was not expecting it. I don't know why it made me gag, but it was just, oh god, it is so horrible. Don't turn on the lights. Yeah, because you don't know the shit that you're gonna find, right? Like I've said it before. I've gotten a keyboard. I remember going into dispatch one night and turning the keyboard over because I'm typing and all I hear is like this crunching sound. I'm like, what the hell is going on with my keyboard? Like, why is there a crunching sound? There something underneath must be messed up. I don't know what it is. And then realizing that someone left, I mean, it's probably been there for a while, but turning it over and click, 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 and about those little mini 50-cent bags of chips, about that amount comes out of it. And really, so nasty. Hold on a minute. Let me go back up here. Kelsey says 116. Hell yes. That is awesome. I'm going to have to keep it going. We're going to have to get enough to where I can do like open mic, but open mic, like my design up here, right in the upper right-hand corner, and have open mic be made of all of those words. That'll be good. We're going to have to do that. Okay, let's see. We've got someone here that says, were they clipped or chewed nails? I don't even want to know. And Don says, oh yeah, I have coworkers who cut their nails at work. Gross. Well, I mean, fingernails, that I understand, but your toenails? I don't know. I don't know. I guess I just can't imagine it. I don't know. It's fine. People do it. Whatever. It's all good. Let's see. If you've seen the shit in keyboards, you can imagine the shit under the nails. I don't know if you could see that, but I just like spit from laughing. Wow. Let's see. Oh my god, that is so gross. Were they clipped or chewed? Let's see. Kelsey says, I like to tap out the keyboard before my relief leaves so they can see the nasty stuff coming out. That's kind of funny, right? Like put it out there and you say, was this you? Was this you? Did you leave this here? You better eat that. Don't be wasting food. No. Oh my god. Oh, my cousin Lisa is on. What up, yo? And my mom is on. Oh man. Mom and Lisa, you're coming on like right here at the end of what we're doing, but that's all right. Oh, that's and Lisa says that's disgusting as well. Oh, that is funny. Let's see. Oh, people saying hello to Mama. Yeah, Mom, you came in as they're talking about the stuff that's found in keyboards and other things at the dispatch center. Oh, this just gives me shivers, man. Let's see. James says, one time I flipped my keyboard and this happened. What happened? Like finding disgusting stuff, or did I miss it? If you added a picture or something, I can't see it. It doesn't come in there. Oh, somebody posted keyboard potluck. Oh. Man, just a bunch of like Twinkies and ding dongs and stuff, right? Though that second word was not meant like that or anything, just like Twinkies and shit. That type of stuff. Let's see. Kelsey says, I have said to them, oops, you left your chips and snack mix on the floor. Yeah. I, that is awesome right there. I never did that, but I do remember relieving someone and the keyboard. Let me just kind of show you. So the keyboard is here, and then right on the other side of the keyboard was a fork with some sort of like film on it. I have no idea, but I remember the person I was relieving, I saw it there and I said, "Oh, dude, somebody left a fork there." They're like, "What?" "Oh yeah, that's gross." And they said, "I'll go ahead and put that away." I was like, "All right, cool." I'm pretty sure it was theirs. But then I thought, I mean, so you've been there, right? You've been there all day. And the fork has been there all day, or because it's on the other side of the keyboard. And usually, we would eat on the side, on the sides, sometimes by the keyboards, but not on the other side of the keyboard. Maybe to the right or left, on the side or right in front, but on the back of it, that just struck me funny. And for all I know, that fork has probably been there for days and no one ever saw it. It just happened to be me who saw it right after that. Let's see. I've also told them that they have 17 minutes left of shift and handed them the broom. Very nice. Hashtag you nasty. Don says, we were unofficially informed that we aren't allowed to snack at our councils anymore because someone was heard chewing on the radio. I mean, that's got to suck, right? That has to be a dick move right there, where you're munching down and you're also wait a minute, hold on a minute. Let me read that again. Was heard chewing on the radio. Oh, okay, on the radio. At first, I got it mixed up there. I was thinking that someone had keyed up and the person was chewing, another person who wasn't on radios was chewing so damn loud that they could hear them over the radio. I got you now. Even so, eat whatever you're eating, man, and then key up over the radio. Let's see. I used to work with a senior TC who would pick her. Brent. I used to work with a senior TC who would pick her armzits and put it in her. Are you serious, man? For real? That would happen? Oh, that is horrible, dude. Just the arm cheese all up in it. I got one here that says, even better, we had one that used to leave toothpicks. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can see where that would be, very nasty as well. Find a toothpick and it's got like a chunk of ham or something on it. Oh, my good friend Karen here says, we used to have a guy that would use his metal spoon. After he ate, he'd lick the spoon and put it back in his locker. Never washed that thing for years. So, do you think it was kind of like a cast iron pan where, I mean, that of course you clean it, but you season it so that the flavor builds in there? That was his equivalent with the spoon, and just kept licking and leaving just films of whatever food that person was eating so that it would build flavor. Oh man, that is hilarious. And my mom is posting eek. Oh, that's disgusting. Hashtag chipmunk that shit. Let's see. Heather joins in saying, "Oh my god, what did I walk into?" Yeah, yeah, exactly. Glenna hashtag arm cheese. James says, "That's BS. I have been using the squirrel method of eating at the console for years. Learn how to eat and work at the same time. We're multitaskers." That is true. I remember taking a domestic once. I was it was my own dumbass fault. I was trying to I think I was eating steak, and I was eating as fast as I could because I knew you can always just feel, right? You can feel when shit's about to hit the fan in dispatch. And I had I had a chunk of steak that I had just started chewing on, and the phone rang, and I just lifted it. And if you lift the phone right off the bat, and first ring, I mean, that's all you hear is, if it's a high priority, the screaming or whatever. So I'm holding the phone like this, like a fool, because I didn't use my headset. That was my own fault. And I've got this chunk of steak in my mouth. And I don't remember how long that call was, but by the end of it, I had to spit that out because that was nasty, man. That was not good at all. Uh, let's see. I'm reading back some of this on here, what I was saying about the seasoned spoon. Karen says, no, no, no. James says, never wash the coffee pot. Heather says, word cloud material. Yes. And Jen says, I can't stop laughing over here. Good. I'm glad. That is excellent. Glenna says, you need some downtime to just laugh. You should bring me the babies. Okay, you two must be talking with each other. Okay, I get it. Let's see. Kelsey says, I've had to let a chip melt in my mouth so it wouldn't crunch on the phone. Yep. Been there. Let's see. Don says chipmunk steak is not good. That's exactly, man. Because yeah, it was not good. It's like when you're chewing on gum and the flavor goes away and then you're just left with that. That's basically what it is. Goes from a medium rare chunk of steak to well done in your mouth because you sucked out all the juices. Oh man. See, Glenda says I'm at work till midnight, just saying. My homegirl Jane says, so I was at about an 8, but right? I know. This is the crazy shit that happens in dispatch, man. Oh, geez. I'm glad that your number has gone up though. So glad. And a lot of you who are on here, what is your number at now? A lot of you actually started out with a high number already. I can only imagine that it went higher. But if you had a lower number, I hope that that number has gone up because we've had a lot of fun. We've we've shared a lot of things here. Excuse me. Now, as we're going into the wrap up of this episode, I want to share something really quick. And it's something that happened to me this past weekend. And the reason I'm telling you this is because um I always want you to remember to take care of yourselves. Um that's a big part of what we're doing here is taking care of ourselves by just laughing, sharing stories, laughing together, getting it out. That's what we're doing here for open mic, and it's so amazing to have all of you here. So this past weekend, actually it started this past Friday. There have been so many things that I've been working on. I have been just working nonstop. Excuse me. And when you get to a point where you're just on autopilot, just working, 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 and your body finally tells you, hey, I think it's time to rest. And you can't do anything about it because you've put off self-care for so long that your body is now in charge and there's nothing you can do. Well, that happened to me. And I've been kind of stressed, working on a lot of different things, and I wasn't taking that time, to step away and, go for a walk or hell, exercise or something, go for a bike ride, anything like that. It was just work, 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 work. And finally, my body took charge and said, your ass is going to rest, whether you like it or not. And I remember I was sitting here and I was trying to get an email out, and my vision started going off a little bit, and I was getting a little nauseous, and I was getting my back was hurting, my neck was stiff and stuff. And of course, I started going through EMD protocol, right? Trying to make sure that I'm okay. And the early bird catches the worm, all that good stuff. And I was fine. My blood pressure was fine as well. But over the weekend, I slept a lot more than I have in a while. And it was because I wasn't taking care of myself. And I was so looking forward to today and spending this time with all of you, and also telling you this because I want you to learn from me and my dumbass. Over the weekend, I ended up taking that time after resting, of course. I went for a small walk. I was doing yoga and everything, and was starting to get stretched out and a little more loose. My back was feeling better. My neck was feeling better. We ended up going to the chiropractor a few days ago to get readjusted, continuing to take that time to go for a walk, to go for a bike ride, to just get up and walk around, just do anything, and meditate, continued yoga. I've been doing it every day, and I feel a hell of a lot better. So that's why I tell you this. And that's why I couldn't wait to do this session as well. Because again, I have so much fun with all of you doing this, just sharing funny stories, just laughing and getting it out there. This is therapeutic, believe it or not. And also to tell you what happened to me, because I don't want this to happen to you. We get caught up in life, right? And we don't pay attention to what our body is telling us. And there had been a few days there where my back, my shoulders, and my neck were stiff. I'm like, I'm just going to push through. I'll be fine. Take an ibuprofen or whatever. It's probably just I slept wrong. No, it wasn't. It wasn't that at all. My ass needed to slow down, and my body just took charge, which I'm glad it did, because I'm back on track, getting that rest, doing what I need to do. So to all of you who are watching right now and listening, please make sure to pay attention to what your body tells you and take a moment for yourself, because it's needed. I learned the hard way this past weekend, but I'm working hard to not have to learn that way again. So thank you all so much for being here and for the support, for sharing stories, for coming on. It is just amazing to have you all here. Keep doing what you do. But again, don't forget to take a moment to care for yourselves. Because as dispatchers and call takers, we're always trying to help everyone else because it's what we do and we continue and continue. But we got to take that time for ourselves. So again, thank you for everything. And it's been amazing. This has been such a fun night. So many funny stories and a lot of gross shit that we talked about in keyboards. What? Anyway, again, have an excellent night. And there's a lot of stuff that is coming as we are rolling in on Dare to Be Great 2. It's just a few weeks away, man, and it is going to be amazing. So I hope that you're ready. All the speakers are ready. Again, I'm adding all the information for the industry partners as we're going into conference time and the sessions that they're going to be doing as well. It is so good. Don says, don't you tease us with anything. No tease here. I'm telling you straight up. It's going to be awesome. You are going to be getting into some good stuff. I am going to be putting out a frame for your images. I will say this right now. I'm going to be designing a frame that's going to have attendee for Dare to Be Great. And I want you to put that on your profile picture. This is going to be on Facebook. This is going to be your entry for the Dare to Be Great t-shirts. I'm going to be giving away several of them. I'll give you more information as we get closer, but that's what I'm going to end up putting out there, and it is going to be excellent. So again, thank you all very much. Get ready for an amazing conference. It's just a few weeks away, and so much more information that I'll be adding to the website for all of you to check out. Don says tease. I didn't tease too much. I told you what was going to happen, what was going to go on there. You just got to wait for the thing to come out. So all of you have a good night. Again, this live broadcast has been sponsored by InDigital as well as Rapid Deploy. If you have any comments, questions, or you want to be a guest on the show, you can email us, and that is going to be wttpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter. That is @91podcast. You can like us on Facebook. That is facebook.com/Within the Trenches podcast. This show will always be free. However, if you're looking for any bonus content, the behind the scenes series that I'm doing, the Singing Badly in My Car, discounts to the store, swag, and what are the other things? Early released episodes, ad free, all of that good stuff. Go to patreon.com, and it's patreon.com/WTT podcast. I wouldn't be able to do everything that I do without all of you watching, listening, supporting, patrons, and sponsors. So thank you so much for the support and just all that you do. I appreciate it more than you know. This can be seen on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And the audio portion, when that ends up coming out, will be on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, your favorite podcasting app, and withinthetrenches.net. Have a good one, everyone. You're amazing. I love you all. This has been so good. And my mom is on there. I'll say hers really quick. Good night, everyone. Have a blessed night. Stay safe. God bless. Thank you for your awesome work. So good. Thank you all once again. And I will talk to you soon. Cheers.